Hello friends, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Have you ever got confused by the terms like union budget, interim budget or voter account? Then you are not alone. Navigating the world of government finances can feel like deciphering an ancient riddle. But fear not, this video is your decoder ring, ready to unlock the mysteries of these financial concepts. We will dive into the key differences between these budget basics, exploring what they are, when they are used, and why they matter. So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready to demystify the fascinating world of finance. So let's get started. So what's all this speculation about a routine thing like the union budget? I mean, it happens every year. Then why we need to look into it first of all? So it is a routine to present a union budget for the coming fiscal, but in an election year, outgoing central governments are expected to present only a vote on account, or at most an interim budget. The speculation is over whether the Modi government will present a vote on account or a full budget. So first let's see what is all these terms: budget, vote on account, interim budget. They are so confusing, right? So let's see what is a budget. A budget is a comprehensive document that outlines the government's economic and financial policies for the next fiscal year. It is an annual financial statement that lays out the government's proposed expenditures and revenues for the upcoming fiscal year, which begins on April 1st and ends on March 31st of the following year. Now, what is an interim budget? An interim budget is presented by the government in the parliament if it does not have the time to present a full budget, or if the general elections are around the corner. If in case the elections are nearing, it is only correct that the incoming government frame the full budget. A full budget gives the government of the day spending rights until the end of the financial year. In case the government is not able to present the full budget before the end of the financial year, it will require parliamentary approval for incurring expenditure in the new financial year until a new budget is passed. Now let's see what is vote on account. A vote on account is a statement of government expenditure for its day-to-day functioning beyond the end of the current financial year. The government requests Parliament to allow it to draw money from the Consolidated Fund of India to meet its expenditure until a new government is formed and a full budget is passed. So we'll see vote on account. The general impression is that vote on account is specially taken in an election year, while all other years have the actual budget. This is not true. Did you know that while there is a longer vote on account taken in an election year, India used to deploy the vote on account model regularly till 2016? What exactly does the vote on account do? The vote on account is a grant in advance to enable the government to carry on until the voting of demand for grants, as well as passing of the appropriation bill and the finance bill on the floor of the House. Now let's understand the significance of the vote of account till 2016. You would be aware that the union budget was presented on the last working day of February till year 2016. It was only from 2017 onwards that the union budget was moved to the first day of February. When the union budget was presented on the last day of February, there was just 1 month left in the financial year. However, the time was too short, and hence the government would typically seek a vote on account for a period of 2 months. That is the standard period of vote on account, and it is just a period of 2 months and gives a temporary approval for running cost and other expenses. However, since 2017, the union budget is being presented on the first day of February, giving the government a full 2 months to get the union budget approved on the floor of Parliament. That is why, since 2017, this frequent use of vote on account has been done away with, since it is now possible to get the entire union budget passed in the same financial year. However, in a budget year, this may take longer, since it would take the elections to be completed, votes to be counted, and a new government to be formed. In case of a majority government, this process is relatively quicker. But in case of coalition governments, the process can take much longer. That is why there is longer approval for voter account taken in a budget year. So I hope this vote on account thing is clear. Now we will see, do you know that the vote on account is a part of every budget? There are different kind of budgets, that is there are revenue budget, capital budget, Indian Railways budget, and then vote on account. So vote on account is now nothing different. It is only part of the budget. The only thing is that when the government is not able to present the full budget, they just get the vote on account passed, so that the government can able to cater to the recurring expenses and it can function. So there will be no situation like government shutdown like in US. So now we'll see the difference between vote on account and interim budget and how they are different. The interim budget is like a normal budget, in that it contains both expenditures and receipts. The vote on account lists only the expenditure to be borne by the government and purely seeks an approval for the same. Interim budget has to be debated and passed in both houses of parliament. However, the vote on account does not need any debate. It is passed as a matter of routine without discussion, since it is to meet only routine expenses. Like a full budget, the interim budget also has the powers to propose changes in the rates or the structures of the direct and indirect taxes. However, vote on account does not propose any tax changes. It is only for approval of expenses. An interim budget is in most ways similar to a full budget. It is kind of a mini budget, you will see. The only difference is that the interim budget only has projections for a few months. The vote on account is generally passed through the interim budget. The vote on account is normally valid for 2 months. Although in an election year, as we discussed, it can get extended up to 4 months as a special case. To sum up, vote on account is just an approval for routine expenditure, while interim budget is a mini budget in the run-up to a full budget. Now we'll see how the interim budget differs from a full budget. So interim budget is normally presented by a government that is in a transition period and just ahead of general elections. The full budget is presented during the full tenure of a duly elected government. Interim budget only focuses on immediate requirements over the next few months, and the thrust is to maintain continuity, whereas the full budget takes a longer term view and the thrust is to even take up bold economic reforms required to boost economic growth. The interim budget normally avoids announcing new expenditure schemes and any major tax changes, as these are best left to a full-fledged government. But the full budget can take any of these decisions, and even the tougher decisions can be taken by them. Vote on account is a part of interim budget only. From 2017, it is not taken for the union budget. As I told you, from 2017, this regular practice has been discontinued. Now, economic survey that happens a day before the union budget is part of full budget. However, in case of interim budget, there is no economic survey. Since interim budget does not contain any special provisions, any provision changes, and is only to approve the vote on account, it goes through almost without a debate in the Lok Sabha. However, the full budget house has to be elaborately debated in both the houses and passed. So, is it mandatory for the government to present only vote on account in view of the elections? It is not mandatory, but it is an ethical convention for outgoing governments to follow, so that they do not burden the new government by announcing soaps and spendings to voters. So, year 2024 will again see an interim budget, since there are general elections coming in mid-2024. So I hope this topic will be clear to all of you. Now that you are armed with the knowledge of budget terminologies, you can navigate even the most complex financial discussions with confidence. Remember, understanding these terms isn't just about mastering financial jargon. It is about understanding how our government allocates resources and shapes our country's future. So go forth and spread the financial wisdom. Share this video with your friends, family, and anyone who want to cut through the budget jargon and get to the heart of these important concepts. Thank you for joining me on this financial adventure. I hope you found it informative and empowering. Until next time, keep thinking critically, keep asking questions, staying curious about the world of finance. Thank you for watching the video completely. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.